In the light of recent extravagant marriage in the Ambani family, with enormous networking on the ground, let's look into the head of the family and secrets surrounding their empire. From dramatic family feud, monopoly, neglecting environment, labor exploitation, corruption to politics, and show-off of extravagant lifestyle. Let's dive in. Meet Mukesh Ambani, India's richest man and chairman of Reliance Industries, who has faced several controversies and scandals throughout his career. Let's start with the family feud. After their father's death in 2002, Mukesh and his brother Anil engaged in a bitter public feud over control of the Reliance empire. This led to a demerger in 2005, splitting the company between the brothers. Tensions escalated as Mukesh reportedly tried to oust Anil from the board, and the brothers disagreed on running the Ambani group. In 2005, their mother Coca Lament intervened and brokered a settlement, resulting in a demerger of the Reliance group. The split divided the conglomerate between the brothers. Mukesh retained control of oil and gas, petrochemicals, refining, and manufacturing, while Anil took over electricity, telecoms, and financial services. This demerger was approved by the Bombay High Court and accepted by the stock exchanges. Following the split, the brothers continued to feud through various means, including press conferences, court battles, and public statements. This division marked a significant turning point in the history of one of India's largest business empires and set the stage for ongoing conflicts between the brothers in subsequent years. Despite past family feuds, Anil has been actively participating in the wedding events of his nephew Anil Ambani. Allegations of monopolistic practices. Critics have indeed raised concerns about Reliance Industries, particularly its telecom arm Jio, engaging in potentially monopolistic practices. Reliance Jio's entry into the telecommunications sector led to a price war that severely impacted other operators. There are concerns that Reliance's deep pockets, aggressive growth strategy, and dominant position in India's mobile telephony market could turn it into a giant in multiple sectors of the digital economy. Critics argue that Mukesh Ambani holds a monopoly in every sector where Reliance has a presence, including telecoms, oil, retail, and entertainment. Some analysts suggest that Reliance has benefited from political support and regulatory changes that favors business interests. We'll get to that in a second. Their empire has also sparked environmental concerns. Reliance Industries was among 37 Indian companies accused by global investors of not disclosing the full extent of their environmental impact, particularly regarding climate crisis, water shortage, and deforestation. Reliance's O2C to chemicals business is noted to have significant environmental impacts related to GHG emissions, water use, waste generation, and effects on ecosystems and biodiversity. Burning fossil fuels during O2C operations releases greenhouse gases, resulting in environmental impacts such as air and water pollution, habitat destruction, and the release of toxic chemicals. What about possible corruption and politics involvement? The Ambani brothers' rivalry has extended into the political realm, with their support for different parties potentially influencing government decisions that affect their business interests. A media startup owned by Mukesh Ambani's Reliance Group, called NEWJ, has been accused of helping India's ruling Bharatiya Janata Party BJP win elections by publishing surrogate or ghost advertisements that favor the BJP before the 2019 parliamentary elections. NEWJ has close ties to the BJP, with one of its founders, Shalabh Upadhyay, believed to have connections to both the BJP and Reliance. Upadhyay's uncle is also a BJP leader. What a coincidence, right? And to top it up, Anil Ambani, Mukesh's brother, has been involved in politics, becoming a significant financial backer of the Samajwadi Party SP and once representing the party in the upper house of parliament. Anil Ambani reportedly played a crucial role in securing backing to keep the Congress-led government in power during a confidence vote in 2008, at an estimated cost of $3 million per vote. There are also labor controversies. While not directly linked to Mukesh Ambani, There are reports of abusive practices towards employees in Reliance factories. In 2015, workers at Reliance Industries' Pauganga factory went on strike demanding higher wages for contract laborers. Contract workers were reportedly paid $8,000 per month compared to $80,000 for permanent workers doing the same job. In 2012, over 5,000 workers at Reliance Textile Industries in Naroda, Gujarat went on strike protesting a highly exploitative wage structure and abysmal working conditions. Workers reported that while company profits increased, wages remained stagnant for years. In fiscal year 2023, Reliance Industries experienced significant employee turnover, with many workers leaving voluntarily from both Jio and Reliance retail divisions. There have been safety concerns as well. Reliance acknowledges that workers in manufacturing activities could face significant health and safety risks due to harsh working environments and hazard. The company recognizes that poor performance in labor relations can have serious reputational implications. The strikes and reports of wage disparities suggest ongoing labor issues in some of its factories. The company faces challenges in maintaining fair labor practices across its large workforce and diverse operations. What about extremely extravagant lifestyle? The extravagant pre-wedding celebrations for Anil Ambani and Radhika Merchant, estimated to cost around $120 million, have drawn criticism for highlighting the stark wealth inequality in India. Critics argue that such ostentatious displays of wealth are insensitive given that nearly half of India's 1.4 billion people live below the poverty line. The contrast between the Ambani's opulence and widespread poverty in India is seen as particularly jarring. For example, Nita Ambani wore a necklace valued at around $60 million during the celebrations. Activists and locals have expressed dismay over the disparities highlighted by such extravagant events, emphasizing issues of poverty, food insecurity, and water scarcity that affect large segments of the Indian population. Some observers lament the disconnect between the wealthy minority and the struggling majority in India, viewing the Ambani celebrations as a symbol of this divide. While the Ambani family engages in philanthropy through the Reliance Foundation, critics question whether the substantial sums spent on weddings could be better used to address social inequalities and issues like malnutrition. The wedding's extravagance is seen by some as a grotesque show of wealth and a slap in the face to the country's poor. There are comparisons made to historical events, with some commenters jokingly asking about an Indian version of the French Revolution in response to such displays of wealth.
What Isha Ambani is wearing tonight. She looks so good. Isha, I gotta see what's on your neck. Look magnificent.
And lastly, media manipulation scandal. The Ambani family's events, particularly weddings, receive extensive media coverage and public attention. This is partly due to their prominence and the scale of these events. Their celebrations are often seen as PR opportunities, with one article questioning how much publicity is too much publicity for the crazy rich Indians. The family's wealth and influence have made them a subject of significant public interest, with their lifestyle and business activities frequently covered by Indian and international media. Some critics view the extensive coverage of Ambani events as a form of indirect promotion for the family and their businesses. There are discussions about how the Ambani brand has become intertwined with India's global image, potentially influencing how their activities are portrayed in the media. While Mukesh Ambani has largely avoided personal scandals, His business practices and the immense wealth of the Ambani family continue to attract scrutiny and controversy. Should billionaires like Mukesh Ambani have more responsibility towards society and the environment?